Hi guys, I'm at work again, starting a night shift. This is the end of week 3, beginning of week 4 on the programme. I'm feeling pretty good, apart from being tired, but again that's nothing to do with the programme, it's just due to driving across country, being home for the weekend and then coming back to work for nights tonight. I managed all my workouts last week, diet was spot on. I did have a cheat meal Saturday with friends, but it was a social thing. I don't plan on having any now. I've got 2 weeks at work, barring one day I might pop home, but I'm not going to have a cheat meal. I'll have my meals before I leave that day, drive back, just stay at home and then come back the next day. So there's no cheat meals there. But as for the diet is going fine. I'm not feeling hungry. I've got another meal tonight. I probably will get a little bit hungry tonight due to the fact that I've been up since 4 AM and I'm not going to bed till 6 AM, so these night shifts do get a little bit hard with the diet, but that's something you have to deal with. Workouts, I'm feeling good, feeling very strong. I've got the leg workout tomorrow to start the week. It was meant to be today, but as I say, I've been driving, I've gone straight to work, so I'm a day behind, but I will get them all done. I've got a little mountaineering expedition with friends coming up in a couple of weeks, so I'm going to be having a few little snacks on that. I think that'll be my next cheat type meal and my very last one as well, because that'll take me into week 6, so I'll be probably taking flapjacks and stuff like that, because my mate Rob, who's coming, he loves cooking, so he's going to do some nice flapjacks and stuff like that. Probably a few just quick releasing carbs, really, just to get us through any sort of pain barriers that we might endure during our trip up to Snowdon, during that cold weather as well. It's going to be really cold. I think I'm predicting probably sub -10, with the wind chill on top, obviously, so that'll be good fun. But really what I wanted to talk to you about this week, a little discovery I found, which I was quite excited about, to be honest. Today when I got back, I went to Sainsbury's before I came to work to get my chicken and stuff, and I found this stuff, high protein peanut butter. I'm guessing you've probably all seen it, you probably get it in Holland Barrett or whatever, but I picked it up at Sainsbury's today. But I went in there because I needed some peanut butter anyway, and when I saw it I thought, oh right, but I always go through the back of the packaging where you've got your macronutrients breakdown, and that's a requirement. They have to put all that sort of stuff on your packaging. So basically this has got very good fats in it, same as most peanut butters, good fats, low carbs, fibre and high protein, except for the protein is slightly higher in this and the fats are slightly higher, but there's less saturates in there because they've not got any salt in there, which is a trace. I suppose that's just going to pick up naturally out to the nuts and whatnot, but as it says on the top, no salt, and believe me, you can tell the difference in the taste, but salt does hold water in your body, so I'm minimising it as much as possible. A little bit on my chicken at the moment, in the seasoning I'm using a hot sauce, so that obviously contains a slight bit amount of salt, but other than that, I'm not a big salt eater anyway, so yeah, so only naturally what's in my food and that little bit of sauce, really. But the reason I've showed you that, a few of you have probably seen that before. I know you can get like a whey ice cream as well and stuff like that, but if you can get into the habit of reading the backs with your macronutrients, then you can compare things. So if you wanted to change things that are in your diet, you can sort of match roughly what's in there with the macronutrients breakdown. So like I've done today, I know personally that's better than what the Earth peanut butter was giving me. As much as I like that stuff, it's high in salts, and it's the salt that you really elevates the flavours. So that's what I'm going to stick with. It's slightly bland, I guess, in taste, but I'm not eating for the flavours, am I? I'm eating to get the results, and I will be cutting the sauce out after week 6 as well, so I'll be going totally naked on the food. Other things you could sort of look at as well, I personally chose to use a different protein when I ordered, just because I didn't really like the My Protein from previous experience, so I said to Steve that I was going to use USN, and I got their GF1 because it's a low carb one. So as far as carbohydrates go in, I really did drop quite low in the diet to start with, and I've just stuck with it now, so my body's starting to kind of get used to it. So it's a very low carb one, again high protein and stuff, so I'm getting it's balanced perfectly just to give me enough carbohydrates to carry the protein to my muscles to give me the repair, and obviously I've got my amino acids in there to prevent my muscles from going under auto cannibalism and promote protein synthesis. Yeah, so it's just a little bit really onto your macros and your packaging really. If you can get into the habit of reading those, you can sort of make your own sort of changes with little things. I know Mo messaged a few weeks ago about she didn't like peanut butter, so there's a few alternatives I'll give her and that you could have a look at, but if you can get into that habit, you can sort of just go in there in that area and pick out the correct ones for you and that match your diet. Another thing I wanted to just mention as well was, if you're watching this and thinking about doing one of the programs but you're unsure, take the plunge, just go for it. I know there was a bit of controversy over my picture from week 1, but like I say, I dropped a lot of carbs in that week. I didn't have any salt, I wasn't having any sauce or seasoning on any of my food that week, so all my water retention just went like that, and that made a massive difference. And week 2 I weighed in and did my body fat percentage, and I was down 4% body fat roughly, give or take a point or two, but yeah, I was down 4%, which is a fairly good rate. I didn't do it this week, so I'll do it next Sunday hopefully, but yeah, if you're thinking about doing it, just go for it. I don't really see anybody not getting a result, especially in that first week. You'll notice a huge change. You'll feel better for one, and then each week you're going to grow with confidence within yourself as you go through, whether you need to be physically pushed in the gym to get the most out of it is a different matter, but that's when you need a personal trainer, and you'll have to speak to Steve and I think he's got a waiting list now because he's so busy. But if you've got that little bit of drive in you where you can watch the online videos and get involved at home doing those, or if you can take the program, take the diet program and the training program, go to the gym and just hit it as hard as you can for those 5 days or 4 days, whatever program it is that you're doing, and know that you've done that and be honest with yourself, then you'll be fine. I mean, you're not expected to go crazy on the cross trainer or the rowing machine after you've done your weights. The cardio element is nice and steady, just taking time, and that's on our program. Obviously, the higher intensity you are, the more you're going to use. But Steve just wants it nice and steady for our program, and it's nice gradual change. That way, you're not going to lose too much and risk losing muscle mass and potentially injuring yourself and stuff like that. So it's nice and calm. You've got nothing to worry about. So if you're watching and I'm in an RM, go for it. Just do it, and I promise you will get results. Week 1 to week 4 probably be your biggest weeks. and then you won't plateau, but you'll slow down as your body sort of gets used to the diet and it starts building muscle mass, and then towards the end you'll probably have another big loss again, and by the end of it you'll be buying new clothes probably if you're losing weight, and you'll be feeling very, very good about yourself, and you won't be bothered about the end result picture like you probably may be bothered about your original picture that you can retain yourself or give to Steve if you're a little bit nervous about it. It's entirely up to you, but definitely go for it.